Good morning. I'm going to get on here early. March the 8th, 8:26 is when I'm making this video. So it's not real early for some people, but I've been up for a little while. I'm fixing to go do some more chores, but I'm going to chat just for a minute. It's just what I like to do anymore. I made Terry's breakfast. Oh, I've got a beauty tip for you this morning. These are the eggs I fixed Terry for breakfast, and they're still wet inside. Do you know if you take that, it'll smooth out them wrinkles? Look at that. You ever done that? You'll put them on your clean wash face. Oh, I'm looking pretty old. I'm looking at myself here in the camera, and I can see that I'm getting pretty old. But we buried yesterday. I went to a funeral, and it was my 95-year-old uncle. He was my mother's last sibling that was still alive. Now she's still alive. I told you she has a birthday coming up next month. April the 17th is her birthday, and I'm got to get her over here, and we're going to put the details out about the giveaway we're going to have for her birthday. But she's been a little reluctant. She wanted to get the funeral over with before we kind of got started on what we're going to do for her birthday. Anyway, now, oh, don't I look prettier? But let's see what my uncle that passed away. His name was Enos Dodge, and he was 95. He was born, what was he, 1929, I think it was. That be right? But anyway, they did some lovely songs at the funeral. But this is the words to one of them, and I'm going to read just a little bit of it because I hadn't heard it before. I don't know why. But it's called Knowing What I Know About Heaven, and I'm not going to sing it to you this morning. I'm just going to read it. I bet the trumpets play and the angels sing every sweet refrain of amazing grace. And the heavens' hands opened up the gates, and the children danced when they saw your face. As happy as they were to see you coming, I was just as sad to have to watch you go. But knowing what I know about heaven, believing that you're all the way home, knowing that you're somewhere better is all I need to let you go. I hope that I could pray you back, but why on earth would I do that when you're somewhere life and love never ends? Oh, knowing what I know about heaven, where every single voice makes a joyful noise, how sweet the sound when the saints rejoice to every broken heart and every wounded soul. New life begins on streets of gold. But every tear that's raining here from my eyes, I know the sun is shining where you are. Oh, knowing what I know about heaven, believing that you're all the way home, knowing that you're somewhere better is all I need to let you go. I could hope that I could pray you're back, but why on earth would I do that? When you're somewhere, life and love never ends. Oh, knowing what I know about heaven. I could hope that I could pray you back, but why on earth would I do that? When you're somewhere, life and love never ends. Oh, knowing what I know about heaven. If you knew my Uncle Enos, you would know that every chance he got, he talked about Jesus and about heaven. His wife had passed away just a year or two ago, so I know he was happy to go and be with her. And his mother and father had went on a long time before. But I hope that someday that I go to heaven and I meet up again with my grandma and grandpa and my daddy and Uncle Ian. It's just all of them that's in heaven. And knowing what we know about heaven and knowing that they've made it home. I just hope that you know Jesus, because you know how you get to heaven? You have to know Jesus to get to heaven. That's the only way. That's the only way. You have to know Jesus, and you have to ask for forgiveness of your sins. Knowing what I know about heaven, I know that Uncle Enos is happy up in heaven. I'm drinking from my coffee cup this morning. I hadn't showed y'all this coffee cup. I'm changing the subject. Haven't showed you this coffee cup, but it says, I just want to work in my garden and hang out with my chickens. It's raining today, so there's no garden work, and I think we've got a four-wheeler and a side-by-side loaded up to take to a mechanic to get them worked on. So that's on our agenda today. My back is better. Yesterday I had an issue with my back. We pick up hatching eggs in long barns. There's like 8,000 hens, 8,000 hens that lay hatching eggs. And the eggs come down the conveyor belt and you pick them up and you put them in these trays that hold 54 eggs. And then when you get the tray full, you slide that tray into a rack. The rack holds 4,860 eggs when you put all them in there. But yesterday, I was picking up them eggs and I filled one of my trays and went to put it up and I felt it in my back. Had this catch. Had to stop for a little while and kind of walk around. But it's better. After I got back to the house, I took me some aspirin and I'm going to be okay. But it had me kind of nervous there for a little bit. But yesterday, I didn't do too much more stooping and moving around other than what I had to do. But I finished my chore up there and I'll go back up there and I'll work on that again. My daughter-in-law, she's still, that was kind of what she was doing. Her and my son have the contract for that poultry house. But since that new baby is due in April, she's not moving real fast. So me and hubby Terry, we do it for her, help them out. Oh, me. I got to get off here. But anyway, I wanted to read those to you this morning and just chit chat about nothing for a little bit. Prayers for all of you guys. I'm thinking of you, Caitlin. I am. And I just pray that things will work out. All right, I've got to get off here. Oh, I'll show you my shirt I got on. Is it backwards in the thing? A wise woman builds. I had a friend make me this shirt one time, several years ago, a Facebook friend, and I haven't even worn it, but it's kind of cool today, so I put it on today. I'm gonna wear it for a little while until I do something in the kitchen, and it's got long sleeves. I'm not gonna wear it here in the kitchen because sure enough, as I put my hands down in water, the sleeves are real snug and comfy right now, and I don't want to push them up. And one thing I don't like to do, I don't like to work in the kitchen with sleeves down to here or with my hair down. So before I do any cooking in the kitchen, I'll put my hair back up. Last night, I didn't cook much yesterday. And last night after Terry ate supper, and he had a little bit of supper, he said, I bet we don't have no dessert. So I'm going to have to make him a dessert. Let me show you what I've got. I do have this can of pie filling. I don't even really know what's in it because I wrote on it. It says mixed berry pie 22. So I'm a betting it's got strawberry, blueberry, raspberry, blackberry. I don't even know what's in it, but it's good and thick. So I'm gonna make him a cobbler out of that. Now I won't eat it because I'm on that low carb way of eating. That's an adventure. It's an adventure because as I have to come up with things that I can eat, that he can eat. Well, I'm not going to eat that, but I'll fix this for myself. And sometimes he can eat a lot of times he can eat what I can eat, but I can't eat what he can eat. But anyway, that's a pretty jar of pie filling, so I'm going to make a cobbler for him out of that. All right, I've got to get off here and go up them long barns. But I'm okay. My back's okay. I'm going to be fine. Is my face any smoother now since I put that what do you call it, albumium? Is that what that stuff from that egg's called? All right. I hope y'all get a laugh out of my silliness today, and I hope you know Jesus.